Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to.
So now, what exactly prompted the book? Working with Buhari, Reflections of a Special Advisor, Media and Publicity.
Well, if you recall, President Buhari is a man that has been much maligned by his political opponents. He's a man around whom negative narratives have been built. Now, having worked with him for 8 years and having seen that he is not what people portray him to be, I felt a book needed to be done to tell Nigerians who the true Buhari is. You say he's a bigot, is he? You say he's an ethnic redemptist, is he? You say he's a man without a drop of human kindness in him, is he? All those negative narratives that have been built around the persona of Muhammadu Buhari over the years are the things I tried to put in proper perspective in that book, because I worked with him closely for 8 years and I knew him to be different from the portrait that some Nigerians have painted of him.
So how long did it take you to write the book or to put the book together?
Yes, we left government in May 2023. By June, I think it was June 17th precisely, that I traveled. I went out to find some quiet so that I could write. And by September, the book was done. And by November, it was ready. So I would say it took me between June and September to actually put together. That's the actual writing. And then started the editing process. I self-edited, then I gave 1 or 2 journalists who also edited, and then I gave it to the publisher who did the final editing.
Interesting. So what has the response been like?
I like to reserve the word awesome for God. Because God is the awesome one. But the reaction to this book is something else. Within 10 days, the book sold out. We had to go reprint. Within 10 days, the original print run sold out completely. Not a copy left. And then we had to order a reprint.
Okay. Would you like to share with us the exact number of copies?
It was 2,000. It was 2,000 copies we printed. It was much. It was much for a book that was just coming into the market. We printed 2,000 copies, and exactly on the 10th day after the launch, the book was nowhere again. All the copies had been sold out.
Interesting. So which of the chapters was the most difficult for you to write?
I wouldn't say any was difficult, because it is what I can call experiential participation. I was writing from an experience. I was writing from what I participated in. So I wouldn't say there was any aspect of the book that was most difficult to write. No, I participated in everything I wrote about.
Okay. So which of the chapters did you enjoy most, while you were trying to put it together?
I think I'd rather ask the readers which of the chapters they enjoyed reading most, because I put down all the chapters. So,
okay.
One thing I used to gauge the book was, if I was writing it and I was not enjoying it, then I needed to look at it again. But if I'm writing it and I'm enjoying it, then I know that the readers will also enjoy it.
Okay. Now, ever since you released the book, what has been the sweetest comment or review, that you've had or that you've read?
Many. I have read.
I need one, sir. I need the one that after reading it stuck in your memory, or but just one.
Well, I like the review by Shola Osunkeye on the day of the presentation, and I like
Okay.
one by Yinka Faboale that has been published in many newspapers. I like the generally I like the reviews that I've read so far. I mean, not I've read every review, but almost all the reviews that I read, I feel okay with them.
Okay. How about the criticisms? Is there anyone that you can readily remember?
I have not seen, or what I have seen is attempts to twist, and I won't call that criticism. I will call that deliberate mischief. Deliberate mischief. I have seen two particularly. I wrote about my relationship with the chief of staff, Abakari, and how we were not enemies, but we also were not overtly friendly. And then I saw the reportage of that in which they twisted that for 5 years Abakari blocked me from seeing the president. There's nothing like that in that book. Nothing absolutely like that in that book. And then the second one, the president said somewhere, the chapter on to kill Nnamdi Kanu abroad, which was not true.
Yeah, I needed you to take. You were saying something about the chapter on Nnamdi Kanu. I also read about that one. Yes, I would need you to expatiate on that. What exactly happened?
Yes, in that chapter, President Buhari said, we did Nnamdi Kanu a favor, actually, by bringing him home.
Okay.
He said, we are a government. If we wanted to kill him abroad, we could do it. But we chose not to do that. We brought him home so that he can come and justify the things he had been saying. The next thing I saw was a report how we plotted to kill Nnamdi Kanu abroad, Buhari. which was the exact opposite of what the president said. So, seeing those two reports, I had to do a tweet debunking and disclaiming those two reports that they are not in the book. They are not in the book at all.